Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Our campaign is Massive Nyarlathotep. It was written by Larry DiTilio, Lynn Willis, Mike Mason, Lynn Hardy, Paul Fricker, and Scott Dorward, and it's available from Chaosium. Our game master is Morgan Llewellyn, and this is episode 34. Our recap will be given by Brian Daly as his character George Charles. So, without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Brian?
Well, we all survived the ambush. Mostly. Well, we did survive the ambush. Went through a combination of diversion and good movement. Lots of ducking and weaving. Three of our party were able to sneak up on the guy taking pot shots at us. Made short work of him. Turns out he had some friends nearby. So while we were fixing up the one truck that took a hit to the engine, we formulated a plan. They scouted out where the ruins were at, found that there were a number of men holed up in some sandbox, not sandbox. What's the term? Sandbags. And they had those flying things, more than one. So the plan was myself and Dodge stay back and give them 40 minutes to get into position. And then we have a 3-prong assault. Nobody ended up getting hit because him and Domingo were off doing their diversionary fire tactic while Mandrake and Slayton snuck up with some dynamite and blew them to hell. I drove up with the injured truck, also making as much noise as possible, soaking up a lot of fire. Made it about halfway there. And then they all blew up. Dynamite's a crazy thing. Hell of a thing. But we lost Dodge. I told him to stay with the functional truck, the fully functional truck. Showed him the basics on how to operate it. And said that if he didn't hear back from me or anyone else in an hour, to just drive, get on out of here. When nobody and I went back to get him, we found the truck smashed up, and Dodge was gone. No blood. So we know whatever those flying things are, we know why they weren't bothering us during our siege. They had our weak point targeted. I really hope we can find him before anything worse happens. Yeah. Now sunrise is coming up. We've done some looking around the ruins, poking about. You can see some ruins off in the distance. Might go check those out later. But not sure how I'm going to get this out of here. I shouldn't send this letter down with us, because likely it won't come back out. I don't know, maybe I'll pin it to an ostrich or something. Seems likely. All I know is that we're heading down today. We're gonna scope out this massive cavern, cave system, ruins thing, and probably get ambushed by more cultists. Hell of a thing.
All right, thank you. So you guys are currently near this entrance into this underground complex, kind of out in the middle of the Australian outback. How would you like to proceed?
Well, are we in favor of exploring down below, seeing if we can find whoever came in these trucks? We would certainly have the advantage of surprise.
We should go quick. If we wait too long, there could be other people that will come in, and they'd come up behind us. So,
Well, I
we're gonna
don't
check it
know
out.
about surprise.
Well,
How bad do the cavern or ruins or whatever we're going to call it? How bad does it echo down there?
I'm sure it does, but I haven't heard anyone coming back out. So
True, but we made a hell of a knocking noise when you blew up the welcoming party.
Yeah, I have to agree with George on this one. I think our element of surprise has gone out the window.
Oh yeah, I wasn't saying we would surprise anyone. If reinforcements came on the surface behind us, they would surprise us. So we'd want to get going investigating this as soon as possible before more arrive. It sounds like no one's here, so we should find out what this place is all about to them.
What light sources do we have? We got a few torches, right?
A couple flashlights.
Flashlights.
How much dynamite do we have left?
So we had one bundle, right?
Yep.
Are we assuming a
we used
one in the center and then like six around the edge?
Yep. Yeah, 7.
Okay.
So we tossed 2.
We tossed 1 in the very beginning to divert the sniper.
So we got 4 left.
Got 4 left. Okay.
Should we disable the trucks?
Yeah, just take the spark plugs out, and that way we can easily fix them. But they're not going anywhere.
All right.
Not a bad idea. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good plan. I can get working on that while you guys vacillate on stuff.
Well, first of all, we need to determine if there's an easy way down from that balcony.
Yeah, I'm not in a great condition, to be perfectly honest. I'm rocking on one arm at the moment.
Well, let's have a look, and then, I mean, you could stay here with George.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so George and nobody are staying above, and Mandrake, Henry, and Domingo are going down.
If there's a way down.
Yeah, so in that, there are these stairs going down, and they reach this carved out cavern that has these massive hexagonal type tiles, but they descend in a circular pattern down.
Oh, I see. So
it is roughly, they are 5 feet.
So we have to climb down.
So yeah, they are not little stairs by any means.
I wonder what cyclopean monster created these gigantic stairs.
Yeah, this looks highly unusual. There's no little carvings in the corner. Maybe if we could go closer to a wall side, maybe there's some rope or railing. I mean, how would these people use it?
Well, perhaps they weren't people like us.
Well, we've run into cultists and just yeah.
So you can give me a spot hidden, Henry.
Certainly. Here we go. 95. There we go. That's how I started out.
Yeah, you're having trouble finding if people are going up and down from here where they've been doing it.
Well, shall we try descending?
Yes. How many stairs do you think there are going down? You said 300 feet. So
So that makes about 60.
that's going to be a bitch trying to come back up.
We should just attempt it, and if it feels like we're not going to make it all the way, we can just head back up. Or attempt to, anyway.
All right, so let's start down. Perhaps we'll find another way out
Well, there
along
must
the
be.
way.
Okay, can you all give me climb rolls?
Oh dear.
No.
Oh, joy. Oh, 04. Hey, that balances out the 95.
14 out of 20.
No.
Come on, Lucky.
99. It hasn't.
No.
99.
All right, you're staying at the first step.
Oh, that's what that means.
No, so it just means Mandrake and Henry, you have a far easier time clambering down, and Domingo is struggling. So
I'll assist if I
It's-
see him.
it's taking you an hour to get down because Domingo is just clambering down so many of these.
We should have tied a rope, and that way we would have something to help us get back up. Ah, well.
We can do that once we get, say, to the landing. If there's anything deeper, we'll have rope for it.
It's too late now. We're already down.
Yeah. But just in case there's any farther, we've got to
Okay,
go.
and so about 45 minutes as you're kind of nearing the bottom of this place, you hear the sound of another like thumping of an electric generator.
They are down here somewhere.
And as you finally descend, there's like a massive like 10-foot by 10-foot doorway that leads out into this vast underground cavern. And you can see these massive hexagonal, well, almost look like buildings that are standing or they have toppled over. So there's this labyrinth of ruins
My
underneath
God.
the ground, go sprawling out from here in every direction.
My
Some
God.
places are narrow with how the rubble has fallen. Some places are street length clearings.
This is an entire underground city.
You could hear, just
Sure.
off in the distance, you can hear this thumping of electric generator.
Okay, sounded like the one that was up on the surface.
Do you think it's rather foolhardy that we're doing this? We could spend the rest of our lives exploring here. Let's see if we can stealthily find where they are.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that we can do much down here. No exploring.
And it would do no good to seal up that one entrance. A place this vast is not going to have just
There
one.
must be other places. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be unfathomable.
What condition? You said there's some places that are crashed down, that are caved in.
Yeah, so some of these they look very much like this place that you just exited, like these towering things. Some of them are kind of perpendicular to the ground. Some of them are like leaning onto each other. You can see some of them have like fully like collapsed on their sides and are mostly in rubble. They are of different heights. They are like, some of them are stouter.
Non-Euclidean.
The general condition, would you say that it looks ancient or that it looks like something that could have been built, just a century ago?
You can all give me archaeology or geology.
Oh, 19. Unfortunately, I don't have either.
No.
Yeah, I don't have any, so I don't know.
Archaeology 6.
You can't get a marks on the age, but what you've general knowledge about Australia, there's been no known culture here that has built these massive structures. And the odd thing is they're not like individual stones either that have been built up. Like it all seems like just one solid fully formed objects.
We don't have any technology. We couldn't build something like this today.
Does the stone look like it came from the cave we're in, or is it just totally different, not matching up at all with the natural environment?
It's like the coloration is different.
Well, let's see if we can find this is astonishing.
Yeah.
But, let's see if we can find where the people are hiding.
I wish we had.
We're going to follow the noise of the.
Okay. So, kind of picking your way through the rubble and through narrow crevices that you could kind of weave through, and kind of this vast alien city under the earth. Give me all stealth rolls.
Okay, darn, with my stealth.
A hard success.
I am
got a
spending
16 out of 20.
I'm spending 3 luck to pass this.
Okay, so you pick your way, and you see that there are lights. These string of work lights, kind of going along this road, and you hear the sound is coming from your left. So if you intersect with this road and take a left, that's where the generator is coming from.
Yeah.
And now from here, you could hear even more generators further off in the distance.
All right. We'll head towards the lights, but we'll stay in the shadows.
Right.
All right, so you kind of approach this road, and kind of taking a peek, you can see that there's a wooden building down here, like this small little ramshackle thing, kind of just awkwardly placed in the middle of this intersection of these kind of collapsed structures.
Like something that they've put up to.
Yeah, this is definitely man-made.
Maybe a little supply shack while they are researching or excavating this.
Let's be very, very quiet. Yeah. For all we know, this could be one of the people that we're looking for.
Very quiet.
After being like silent for a minute, do we hear anything other than that generator?
It's just the generator, just that kind of is drowning a lot of noise out.
Remember too that if this has anything to do with our general mission, we need to be very observative of what we are seeing. Are there any things on the walls, like pictograms or lettering?
There are many. A lot of it, what's down here, is blasted away, and a lot of it is smooth. So there are bits of things that look like they have some kind of carvings on them, but
They're
the
worn
outsides of these structures, like the one you came out of to get down here, are like just smooth, like just jet black and perfectly smooth. It's on their interior when you were coming down where things were carved. So on some of the rubble, there are little bits of things, but
how close
without starting to go inside of those things and looking around, it's hard to get a sense of what's carved.
How close are we to that wood shack? Like, can I just sneak over to it and kind of peer in?
Yeah, you're close enough to kind of dart up over the rubble and kind of rush over to it.
I'd like to be quiet and stealthy approaching.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, definite hand. Oh, by the way, like, are we able to? Is there any other light besides our flashlights?
Yeah, this generator is powering the string of lights.
Okay, and so that's
and you can see so from here so it's kind of at this crossroads in this rubble.
Okay.
So there's this kind of street that you've come along to get here, and so the lights are going back behind you, further away from it, past the rubble, and then deeper in.
Got it. Yeah, I got that. I just want to make sure that around the shack also had the light. Okay, so without the
so
flash.
this place is well lit.
Yeah,
here.
sneaking up, peering in.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm right next to you. Yes.
All right, so give me a spot hidden.
Oh, geez, I'm really what? 19.
Yeah, I'm glad you spotted it. 99. When you pointed at it, you
That's actually a hard. So.
I failed as well.
in my eye.
Yeah, so as you're looking in, this place has just rows of beds. Maybe about 40 to 50 people could sleep in here.
Jeez, that's a large garrison.
I wonder if they're digging for something.
And Mandrake, you catch a glint, like something glinting off the light, kind of outside of the shack.
Okay. I'm going to move very slowly and turn to see.
You see this kind of like how you were watching this place in the rubble. You now see you spot somebody else doing pretty much what you were doing earlier, just lurking just in the shadows outside of it. You see this kind of older man with like thin scraggly hair, and he seems to be holding some kind of camera.
How odd. What do you think we should do?
You don't get the impression that he is aware that you're aware of him, but he definitely knows that you're here.
And it's only Mandrake that notices him?
Yeah, he passed his spot hidden. So
I'll put my hand on your arm, Henry, and I'll be, yes, there's a man. He's watching us, but he's not, I think he's got a camera.
Where?
All right, to my, how do they see in the military? 5 o'clock. Don't turn and look.
So Henry Henry like starts looking, and this person looks surprised, and all of you, your ears start ringing as from this guy's camera, this crackle of lightning shoots across the clearing and just obliterates the side of this building. So you can all give me dodge rolls as wood, basically shrapnel.
That's what
goes everywhere.
Oh, I really didn't dodge.
Oh, I'm almost a hard dodge. Does it matter, hard dodge or not?
Nope.
All right, success.
I failed.
All right.
As I'm going down, I'll be putting rounds in that if I can.
Okay, so Henry and Dom, if you both want to roll 1d3 as you get hit by wooden splinters, Mandrake hits the deck in time.
Okay, that's a nice 3 points.
Okay, but you pass, didn't you, Mandrake? Did you pass your dodge roll?
No,
I dodged.
Oh, you dodge. So Henry, you don't.
I
you don't
don't.
roll the damage.
Okay.
You're fine. So
I
Henry,
took 2 damage.
sorry, Henry dives to the ground quick enough to kind of avoid.
Bam.
And Henry, as you're shooting in this ringing of this thunderous thing, all of a sudden you just hear this like very calm voice in your head that just says, "Drop your gun. Make a power roll."
Oh, crap. Oh, double crap. What's with all these 90s? 97.
Yeah, so Mandrake and Dominguez, you were like hit with what like these splinters, and like you can't hear anything. You see Henry all of a sudden, like as he's on the ground, just slides his gun away. Yeah, Domingo, you can also give me a power roll as you.
Yeah, I'd be
You hear
slowly
the
pointing my rifle.
Sweet voice.
83 out of 50. So
Okay, so yeah, so you just find yourself sliding your gun away from you. As you see these the person with this camera thing kind of steps out from behind the rubble, and he's accompanied by 4 other people. 3 of them are holding rifles, and they're all kind of in very tattered and dirty clothing. And there's another one with them that's in these very elaborate robes. And with you on the ground, they all kind of approach you. And the one with the robes kind of like gets himself between you and your guns and just says, the prophet would like a word with all of you.
Okay. Do I have presence of mind?
Yeah, that whatever got a hold of you has kind of like...
Okay, because I got a 38 also, and I'm slipping that out and plugging it right into his guts.
All right, roll firearms.
Maybe we should find out what's going on before we kill them.
Sorry, it was a knee-jerk reaction. Oh my gosh! This is horrifying. Okay. Wow. Yeah, okay, I fail that too. Jeez.
Okay, so you pull out and you fire at him and you miss, and he gets like this very like cross look on his face.
Oops. Didn't know it was loaded.
And you see this other flash of lightning from the camera. It's not as bright or as loud as last time, but it hits you, and you take 7 points of damage as this burn radiates from your chest.
He's going to have a burn next to his burn.
Just now that I'm fully recovered from the other one now, I can die.
Different varieties.
Henry,
Scar patterns.
Henry, are you okay?
Just a flesh wound.
And yeah, and also have you have rifles pointed in your face at this point?
Okay, yeah, so not going for anything.
Yeah, I would. At that point, I was about to go for my pistol, but then I would have stopped after what happened to Henry.
And the one in the robes is kind of like looking at the 3 of you. And he says, where are the others?
What others?
There were 6 of you. We have 1, and there's 3 of you now. So where are the other 2? And he's like looking kind of around and back at you, and he just has this smile, and it's like he's waiting for you to, like, yeah, where are the other 2 gone?
They're not with us.
They're not here.
They're around somewhere.
Just not.
I doubt
Yeah.
you'll find them. So what is all this about? What are you doing down here? We came out here to look at some stones.
Well, and it's not my place to take away that honor. Please, come with us. And they start to lead you deeper into this place.
Is this some sort of religion? You said a prophet.
Yes, it is the one and true religion.
Ah, I see. What's it based on? Judaism, Christianity, Zoroastrianism?
No, you just need to speak with Houston. He will enlighten you to the true order of things.
Ah, so Mr. Houston is here. We were hoping to see him. Is he he's the prophet?
Oh, yes.
I see. And he found this place amazing. I mean, you could open it up as a tourist attraction.
No, it is far too important to open to the rabble. This was shown to him in a vision.
Well, you could always cordon off areas so that they don't go there. But it's like St. Peter's Cathedral.
Yeah, I like what you've done with the place.
You should get an entire team out here to help excavate this entire thing.
Well,
And I'm babbling as we go along to sort of make them slowly drop they think that we're idiots.
yeah, so there's the guy who's very like, the guy in the robes is kind of turned and he's talking to you, but yeah, flanking you are the three people with the rifles, and then behind the three of you is the one with the camera thing.
I'll even say, last night we even saw some things flying in the sky. Is that something that has to do with this?
Oh, you've seen the angels.
Is that what they are? We couldn't see them very well. It was dark.
Very dark. Well, I'm sure you will be able to see them up close if you wish.
We have traveled many places and seen many things in our lifetimes.
Well, nothing like this, I'm sure.
Oh, you might be surprised. Anyways, rather than babble, we'll just say that he keeps babbling.
So he keeps preaching to you about the great
I want
things.
to learn as much as possible about
he's talking about the greatness, the ascension of mankind that will be brought about by Houston. That the great God has put things in motion that will,
Oh, that's extremely interesting. Some event is coming up that's going to raise mankind to a higher level of existence. Is that it?
Oh, most certainly.
Oh, when is that going to happen?
Oh, I do not know such things, for I am simply a lowly servant, but I'm sure the prophet will be able to answer your question.
Does it have anything to do with like the full moon or the dark of the moon? This guy seems talkative. I might as well get as much information out of him.
And he says, to what are you referring to?
Well, I mean, usually sacred events take place at particular conjunctions of the planets or stars.
No. Those are using such crude celestial bodies to determine such things as folly.
I see.
When we had the exchange of gunfire earlier, how were we far enough in to where we'd have hopes that George and nobody heard echoing through the chambers?
George and nobody, give you listen rolls.
I would imagine we heard a very loud lightning crackle.
And a couple gunshots.
I got an 89. So that's actually, I'll check what my listen is. I don't think it's that high. It is not that high.
George?
That's middling. Let me check.
I feel like you could hear people in other countries.
Like I said, I was very
Off
much
in the distance. You hear,
I will spend some luck.
I was watching the
make
skies
that
and listening
a
for
success.
flapping. I was like,
yeah.
There we go.
So
It's a
nobody's
success.
hearing like this, like didgeridoos or something. Like he's not really.
Wow.
But so George, with your past, yeah, like about maybe an hour and a half after they went down there, you hear like this very like, you almost feel it more than hear it, but this kind of vibration, this low echoing vibration kind of come up through the ground.
I look to my left, count the remaining sticks of dynamite, and think, they didn't take any dynamite with them. What was that? Hey, nobody.
yeah,
You feel that?
what?
Well, seems like something just exploded down there.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, because we still got four dynamite up here.
Okay. So hang on. Do you reckon that? So they've been away about an hour and a half. You said. Keeper, about an hour and a half.
About an hour and a
went
half.
down?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, we've got a couple of options then, George. We can put one of the spark plugs back in and go and see if we can check out that other entrance. or we can try and follow them down and see what that was.
Well,
because if it wasn't them, it means there's other people down there.
There's probably other people down there.
I think it's a strong bet. And
well, how are you
horrible,
doing?
Well, I've been better, George. I've
right. You still
you
bleeding?
and I are not exactly the cavalry.
Definitely not. At least I'm not bleeding though.
But yeah, that's true.
Has that stopped yet?
Yeah, I plugged up the hole with some of Domingo's old socks. So,
all right. Well, think you can climb down?
Yeah, I guess so. It's either that I said climb down or climb up to that other entrance we found.
Well, we know that they went this way. That's
Yeah, but what I mean is if they've been captured by, or like if there is other people down there, we know they're there.
Too many variables.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, we're kind of to be fair, we're screwed
let's head
either
down.
way.
Right. Let's head down the way we know.
Okay.
I think that at least gives us the best chance of running into them, or at least finding them.
When so these, I found. Did I find a fair amount of ammo for the bolt action, Morgan?
The problem is, you blew it all up.
Yeah. No. Exactly. So how much ammo would I have?
We'll say about 20 shots.
Oh, okay. That's more than I was expecting. So yeah, that's fine. So I'll just stock up on that and make sure we've got, enough bits that I'm not super confident about obviously us going down. Obviously, you're going to bring the dynamite, George.
Yep. Dynamite, pistol, spark plugs.
Once more into the breach, my friends.
Okay, so you
start
two can
hobbling.
give me climb rolls with penalty die.
A horse, a kingdom for my horse. Okay.
I don't think we're going to find any horrors down there.
Well, my first roll was a 9, so this is going to be epic if I...
Yep. First roll was
19!
pretty good. Okay, so that's a normal fail.
Okay, so it's going to take you about an hour to get down as well, since you both didn't pass.
I mean, I rolled a 12 the first time, so...
Yeah.
Off to a good start, but eventually the pain gets to you and slows you down. So, the other three, you're walking for quite a while. You feel like they take you like 2 miles through winding under the ground. And you come to another man-made building. But instead of being squat and long, this place is 3 stories tall. And outside they search you down to find any other weapons or pistols you might be.
All right. Well, at that point, if I'm anywhere near Henry, it's probably the only chance that I get. I'm going to pull out my automatic and toss it to Henry and see if Henry wants to go at it.
Can I give you a sleight of hand or whatever equivalent would be?
Sleight of hand.
If that happens, if I see Henry with a gun going, I still have my pistol. So.
I've got 60 points in sleight of hand. I didn't know that. I got a 20. So that's
okay. So you slip the gun to Henry.
And Henry, maybe you can grab the cultist and
So I'll see. Yeah, I'll spin at the closest cultist. I'm pretty good at this, and so we're pretty close. So I'll grab him by the neck and plug the next cultist over. next to
Okay,
me.
make a
using
fighting
him as-
brawl. This is a maneuver. You're trying
And
to.
Yeah,
if I see Henry starting to do, I'm gonna
Bingo.
go
that's hard. I
pull out my
believe.
gun and shoot for the guy with the camera.
Yeah, 44 is a
He's our
hard
biggest
pass.
threat.
And
Okay. So give me a firearm. So you grab the guy in the robes and you kind of spin him, and you shoot a cultist. So you fire at a cultist.
we're all going to fight, I believe. So
37 handguns. That's also a hard.
Okay, so you want to roll damage on
hard
that?
here, and then a hard right into the head of the guy.
Hey, Domingo, give me a luck check.
Dead on, my luck.
Okay, so he doesn't have enough charges left in his gun to absolutely obliterate you. You're going to take 6 points of damage as you take a lightning bolt to the back.
Okay.
And then Henry, what was your damage?
Oh, damage. Sorry, pardon me.
The one cultist that you shot.
Okay. This is your 45, so that'll be D10 to 7 to 9.
Okay, so
9
he's
point.
on the ground screaming in pain as you blast a hole in his chest.
I'm kicking somebody in the balls.
Okay, so give me a fighting brawl.
Okay. 23 out of 25.
Well, he got a hard success on his fight back.
I'll spend what is it, 9 points to make it a hard.
Okay, so roll your other damage then.
Well, it was a maneuver. Well, I guess this is damage. What do you do damage for kicking somebody in the balls? Foot, like a bat?
That'd be like 66.
Max damage.
Well, what's your damage bonus? It's
Oh,
1d3
I don't
plus-
have a damage bonus.
Okay, so it's just 1d3.
Max damage. Insta kill.
I think it's 1d100.
Well, it's
Kick to the
just one,
nads. Highly
one point of
effective.
damage, but I'm grabbing his rifle when I kick him in the balls and he leans
Okay.
over.
All right, so you're grappling over a gun. Henry's put one guy on the ground, and he has another one by the neck. Dom, if you want to give me a firearms, did you take a major wound from the lightning gun?
Yes.
Okay, so
I
give me a
did.
con roll.
That is a success.
Okay, so you don't pass out
Okay.
from the pain. And give me your pistol roll.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 2 luck to make that an extreme.
Okay, so with an extreme max damage plus, so you just pluck him right through the head and he drops. Henry, give me a power roll.
All right, come on. Where's my other one? There's this. Come on, something nice and low. Oh, come on.
Fuck. Okay, you
71. Oh, great. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I don't know what came over me.
okay?
What did
What
you
did you roll?
get?
You broke up there a lot.
Oh, sorry. I rolled a 71 out of 60.
That's
Okay.
only 11 points.
In luck.
Oh, I can I push that? Can I push a power?
Oh, it was a power roll?
It's a power roll.
Is that pushable?
How are you pushing it?
Yeah, how do you push it?
Yeah.
You can spend luck on
He thinks really
okay.
hard.
Okay. All right. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. I'm burning the luck. There we go. 11 luck. Oh God. Ow. Okay.
Yeah. So unfortunately, you get it down to a regular success. However, Robert Houston's roll, with he has 175 power, is not enough. So you guys all hear this very like silvery voice just say, one who uses his sight to harm my disciples is not worthy of it. And Henry, you feel this intense pain as you scream, and you all see Henry's eyes pop out of his skull and melt.
No.
Oh my god!
So you could all give me sanity rolls.
I'm not there.
Oh, it's hurting my stomach.
I'm past.
I barely. Oh no, that's a fail by 2. I failed.
Okay. Henry, what's your sanity roll?
Oh, sanity roll.
Henry, the top of your head disappeared.
Sorry.
It was more than just his eyes.
Yeah, failed big time.
Okay, so Domingo, you're going to lose 1d6, and Henry, you're going to lose 1d10.
I lose 4.
And I passed.
So you lose 1 point.
9.
You lose 9?
Yeah.
Want to roll an intelligence.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's so fast, so downhill, so fast. Oh, yeah, this is when I don't want to get an O2. So I very much understand what's going on here. As my eye.
Okay, so you're going to have a bout of madness as you're now permanently blinded by this
and
malign
horribly
magical
burned.
force.
Oh, this is not okay. That's a
It's a
D8.
1d8.
D8. A 3.
Tom, do you have the chart?
Oh, I'm sorry. 3, hysteria. Roll 1d4.
Where's my? Here it is. 3.
Screaming.
Yeah, all right, that's fair enough. So Henry's on the ground just screaming his lungs out.
Okay, am I able?
I was hoping he would still have the guy and be screaming in his ear. You know?
Oh yeah.
Oh well.
You want us to do a listen check to hear the screaming?
Oh, you can hear the screaming.
Yeah.
You can
Have
hear
I
the
managed to
screaming.
get the rifle away from the guard that I kicked in the balls?
Yeah, how many
Hey,
people are still?
George. I think
So
I
there are
know where they
still
are.
there's the one who is now
Yep.
freed from Henry.
Yeah.
One of them's on the ground screaming. There is still one other who is untouched, and there's the one that Mandrake is currently fighting with for a rifle.
This Domingo, out of the fact he's severely injured, is just gonna have to surrender because he's gonna have to drop his gun and go on the ground.
Okay,
'Cause
so
he can't.
it's Mandrake. If you want to
That's
give,
so un-Cabrera-like.
I'm going to try, and if I'm struggling with this guy for the gun, I'm going to pull myself forward past the barrel, so the barrel's under my arm, and push the barrel so that it's pointing at the other guard, and push the trigger with my thumb. So that's my maneuver.
give me a maneuver.
07.
All right, now give me a luck roll.
Luck. 23. That's a pass.
Okay, so you managed to clip the other guard, who hollers out, but I'm going to need you to give me a power roll.
40 out of 80. So that's a hard.
Okay, you once again you hear this voice kind of sing out to you. And it's like, enough of these childish games. And you're going to permanently lose 8 power.
Ooh.
as you get a splitting headache and your nose starts bleeding.
Oh.
I'm gonna PM. I PM.
Give me a roll.
Okay.
Me and George are running.
Yeah,
towards the sound of the
you're
screaming.
making your way through.
I rolled an 01, so.
Yep. So you managed to kill the guy in the robe. Starts trying to speak, and you get him right through the throat, and he drops.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna keep trying to pick him up.
And yeah, you can give me a power roll.
I'm still gonna punch this fucker in the face.
Okay. That is. I'm gonna spend 1 luck to make it a hard success. 25.
Okay. The 18 is too good. The last thing you ever see is Houston shaking his head as your eyes pop. So you can give me another sanity roll.
You can give another character roll.
No, there are ways. Seeing eye dog. Don't know where. Seeing eye kangaroo.
Nobody ever suspects the
Do
seeing
they
eye
take
dog.
damage from their eyes bursting?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay, I was gonna be like, because it just.
I rolled a 36 on my sanity, but that's a fail. So.
Okay, 1d10.
That's 10.
All right, give me an intelligence roll.
If only you could spend luck to go up. I passed. I passed a roll.
Okay, so your mind snaps as this happens to you, so you can roll 1d8.
6.
Paranoia. I don't know if that's gonna. Yeah, we all led you into this.
Yeah.
It's all our fault. Kind of is our fault.
Probably blame his brothers as well.
Okay, so as Domingo is cursing everybody and Henry is just screaming, yeah, both of you can roll 1d6 worth of damage.
I rolled a 5, which kills me because I'm way in the minus. I'm like 3 in the minus.
And I roll a 6, which kills me.
So bleeding from your eyes, you bleed out on the ground. Blind and fumbling. Mandrake, you'd be unarmed combat as you're still struggling with this.
Well, after all of that, maybe I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll just put my hands up like this.
And you see Robert kind of goes over to Henry.
Now, question: when did Robert get here?
He's inside of this building that they led you to.
Oh, okay.
So they led you to the building. They started to take away your weapons, and you guys jumped on them.
Oh, okay.
They were bringing you to him, but he goes over to Henry, and he says, "Such a waste. Oh, it's such a waste." And he's kind of like trying to wipe the blood away. And he says, "I think we can salvage this body. He can still do work for us. Same with the other one."
Just leave them alone. They're dead. They're not part of this anymore.
Ah, well. I see that you are a man of reason.
Mandrake Tittleton.
Robert Houston. a pleasure
Yes,
to meet
we
you.
kind of guessed that.
And he says, please, I have tea upstairs. Would you like to have some?
Of course. What kind of tea?
Earl Grey.
Perfect.
Crane brand, is that okay with you?
Yes, excellent choice. You must understand that we had to defend ourselves. We think that you're crazy cultists and that you're trying to bring about the end of the world.
The end. No, we're bringing about the beginning. The beginning of a new and better world.
Well, you should tell me about it. Perhaps I'll join your side.
Oh, well. I hope that you take to the truth better than these other two fighting to the end. But please, I would hate for the tea to get cold. And he kind of just, the malice kind of just drains out of his face, and he kind of just turns away like nothing happened. And the other one with the robe kind of like moves to usher you inside.
All right.
And you're the first kind of floor of this is kind of full of crates. Some of them are open. There seems to be foodstuffs and water in here. It leads you up to the second floor, and it's lined with cages. And there are people that look like miners. There are Aborigine in here, and you also see a very terrified Dodge.
Ah, he's alive. Excellent.
And he's just looks wild with fear. And he looks at you, but you don't see any recognition in his eyes. But like he kind of like recoils like back as the two of you, as this cultist is ushering you further upstairs.
Well, I try and sort of flash him a sign that we're trying to rescue you.
You can give me a psychology roll.
66. No.
Yeah, his reaction to you is still really odd. Like he just looks terrified. Like he doesn't acknowledge that your gesture or anything. Like he's just.
I just keep going then.
Okay, and very top floor of this place. You see, it's like half of it's like a workshop. Like there's all sorts of bits of metal and wire and things. You see another one of those camera things kind of opened up to this kind of strange circuit board inside of it. And
I'm probably going to do exactly what I did before, just babbling on and on. Interesting camera. It shoots lightning. I didn't expect that.
Yes. The Earth holds many, many secrets.
I thought they were taking our picture and then it was lightning.
A great civilization tried to use this to fight off the wind that brought about their destruction, but here we are in the corpse of their civilization.
Oh, do you know anything about their civilization? It seems vast.
Oh, well, you can meet one of them if you like.
Really?
Yes, one of them is still here as my honored guest.
Amazing. I like that very much.
But please, and he gets this, there's this tea kettle on his desk, and he pours 2 cups and he hands you one.
Okay. As he's pouring the thing, if for a moment he's, slightly turned away from me, I'm looking around. I'm trying to see anything that he has, anything that could be of use to find something out with, or a journal or a book, or.
So there are papers and books scattered all over the place. Give me a spot hidden.
25 is a perfect hard pass.
Okay, so, and this is one of the ones that you see.
Okay. 1925, Governor Street, maybe Mayfair, London. Dear Houston, old chap, how go the excavations? And more importantly, how are the preparations proceeding for the big event? I'm not sure how much help Al Shakti, good old Al Shakti, and his bunch in Cairo are likely to be. They are far more focused on taking over their own past than locking into the future. Still, as long as you keep things up at your end, I'm sure everything will be well. Don't forget, Sir Aubrey is expecting a progress report. God damn it. Now I have to kowtow to Zane's character. Don't forget, Sir Aubrey is expecting a progress report from you by the end of the month. You know he doesn't like to be kept waiting. Happy digging. E.G. E.G. Yeah, so Sir Aubrey's alive. Damn it.
So you can give me an education roll.
02 out of 71.
EG is Edward Gavigan.
Gavigan. Didn't we kill him?
Yes, so this letter was sent before you did that.
Edward Gavigan. I wasn't there.
This is just on his desk. Like he's just, I mean, there.
Anything else?
A lot of it. A lot of it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. A lot of it's pretty gibberish. You see some of it are. It looks like he's tried several drafts of like writing some kind of Bible.
Is there
not
anything
really coherent? There's something about two-headed deer that he's seen.
Anything that would indicate when the big event might be going to happen? Like,
but in his
calendar?
office, this does strike your interest. There's a marine chronometer, like a very accurate clock, and
chronometer.
you've come across these everywhere you've been. Or at least the group, the investigators. There was one in New York. There was one in London. There was one in Egypt. One in Kenya. Now there's one here.
All right. A chronometer. Let him go ahead and be talking at this point.
Well, I don't get a whole lot of news from the outside world. Tell me, what's been happening up there? Anything exciting?
Exciting. I'm actually going to start dribbling on about the news. Whatever the last thing that I heard, the Queen of England and the President of the United States and the.
That's most interesting. You spend so long under here, it's just so easy to get out of touch. There's not so many great people for conversation down here, I can assure you.
How long have you been down here?
No, well, it's a bit hard to tell. The better part of 4 years. 5 years.
4 years.
4 or 5 years.
Did you excavate?
I've lost count.
Are you excavating? Did you excavate a good portion of this?
Oh, we're making great progress. We find many miraculous things under here, but the final destination has not yet been reached. But when we reach it, the rewards.
What are you digging towards?
Oh, well, you see our most gracious hosts, who are all dead, I assure you, except, of course, my guest. They keep rather careful records of things. They have a store of knowledge buried under the earth here from all times and all places. And of course, what kind of future king would I be if I don't know everything? So their library seems like a good place to start as any.
So a library.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry. They have knowledge, but
from all
you
times
seem to be
and all
talking
peoples.
as if you know the future.
Well, yes, of course.
Well, how could they know the future?
Well, he kind of points over to his desk, his workshop area, and you see this weird looking thing that's like made of rods and mirrors. This kind of strange looking box, and he says their physical forms have always been deceptive, for you see they are beings purely of thought, and they merely inhabit physical bodies, and they can project themselves back and forth throughout time.
So now we discuss philosophy. Well, this all sounds very interesting. Oh, were they? So these, the people who made this, was it a primitive form of human, or?
Humans? Oh no, the simian life on this planet is far too simple for such great accomplishments until I can show them the ways. No, they are great things. They are, well, I'll happily show you our guest. You can see it for yourself in the flesh. They are huge, towering things, 10 feet tall.
Really?
Tonal
Very interesting.
Yes, they're quite fascinating. Not much for conversation, though. Damn thing won't even tell me where exactly the library is. It would save us a whole great deal of time.
So you're looking for the library.
Yes, it's
I see. That's
a big place down here.
I was saying to your cultist earlier that this represents an archaeological dig. I realize that you've made it into some sort of a religion, but at the same time, the world deserves to see this. This is astonishing.
Oh, the world will see it in time.
So there's some sort of a thing. Your follower was explaining that there was an event coming up.
Oh, so you know of the eclipse?
Oh, well, there's an eclipse then. I'd asked him if it had something to do with the moon or the sun.
Well, that's just the...
When is the eclipse? I don't have my almanac with me.
January 15th of next year.
January 15th. That's
about
when
6 months away.
That's when your big event is going to take place.
Yes, that is when the world will learn the truth and accept me as its king.
You're going to be the king.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes,
Now,
Nyarlathotep himself has bestowed upon me that greatest of honors.
I wasn't aware. I wasn't going to bring it up yet, but I also have learned quite a bit about the crawling chaos, Nyarlathotep. Only from reading studies, so he's real.
Oh yes, I've spent a great deal of time with him. In his palace by the Nile.
You've given me a great deal to think about. Do you have any more tea? This is very good tea.
Oh, and he pours you another cup from the teapot.
Okay.
I've given you much to think about, but I still have so much for you to see.
Well, I'm kind of waiting for my friends to get here.
Oh. And he starts like counting in his head. Yes, the other two.
Yes.
The other two deer. Not yet come to the meadow.
Not likely you'll see them coming.
Oh, and why is that?
Well, they're quite stealthy.
Well, I wouldn't advise going around in the dark in this place. You see, the people that killed our most gracious hosts are still here in great abundance. So back to the other two. You're making your way through this place, kind of following that screaming, and eventually it kind of dies down, but you're kind of on this trail of lights heading towards it. You can both give me listen rolls.
Yep. I got an 11, which is I'll spend 1 luck to make it an extreme.
Keep it down, nobody. I can't hear anything.
Okay, so nobody, you're hearing off beyond the lights, off in the kind of this ruined place, laughter.
George, I can hear laughter up ahead, so that's could be a good or a bad sign.
Well,
And
do
it seems to be getting closer.
It's getting closer. We should hide. Is there anywhere to hide where we are?
Yeah, there's lots of rubble, lots of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably try and get behind some rubble in the direction I can hear the laughter coming. I'm going to bring the rifle up with the scope.
Okay, so kind of emerging out of this darkness, you see this thing floating in the air. It's got multiple contorted arms with 7 fingers coming off of it at points. It's covered with these luminescent eyes and mouths that are just tittering and laughing. As you see it kind of come, and then it kind of goes invisible, and then like patches of it are disappearing and reappearing as it kind of floats its way above the lights. And
That's going to be a
it
big
doesn't
old
seem to see
sanity
you,
check.
but you can give me sanity checks.
Yep, there's going to be a big old sanity check there. Ooh.
that's
That
a
is
fail.
a pass.
All right,
Fail.
so second. Okay, so a pass is 1d3, a fail is 1d20.
Okay. 3.
All right. 10.
Okay, give me an intelligence roll.
Pass.
Okay, so seeing this thing that's utterly alien is so you're gonna have a bout of madness, so that's a 1d8.
Come on. Land flat. 2.
Tom, could you with the chart?
He's typing.
All right, Tom, can you do your bout of madness chart? 2.
2, flee in panic
Epic.
for 1d10 rounds.
All right.
And then you do a con check to see if you pass out.
All right, so that'll be 8 rounds. Which way am I running?
Randomly off into the darkness.
Would I run randomly off into the darkness, or would I keep to the light?
So this thing is coming across your field of vision, and you sprint away from where it's heading. So you're going back along the right trail, but
Okay.
nobody. You see George
Yeah.
starts booking it
leave
the other
me.
way.
How many seconds is around?
Just a couple. So you'll be running for about a minute, I think.
10 seconds, I think, is around.
Yeah. So
Yes, which definitely full-on sprint with a knife wound. Good plan.
Con check
Yeah.
to see if you pass out.
Yep.
And you might wake up in the dark and you don't know where you are. So
I passed. Passed the con check.
all right. So nobody. What do you do at this point?
So, just to quick, has the thing seen me?
You don't think so.
Okay, so I've just seen George sort of get up. Has he run back the way we've just come?
Yes.
Okay. Has the thing reacted to him running off at all?
Nope. Doesn't seem to. You have now that it's left the lights, you have a hard time seeing it with its habit of going invisible. You can still hear it laughing close by, but you don't know where it is.
because you said it was flitting in and out of
Yeah.
vision. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna. Was it heading in the direction that George ran in?
No.
Okay.
It's come across your way. So you were heading this way, and it's like across the light path.
Okay, awesome. I will slowly make my way back towards the way that George ran, and I'm just gonna try and keep to the shadows. And do I have track? Because I might be able to track him. I don't have track. Yeah,
Okay,
I'll just try and
you kind of make your way back, and you find him a good distance back, kind of just catching his breath.
Okay. George, you okay?
I think so.
What that thing? What, oh God, I don't blame you for scarpering. That's for sure.
Oh, nope. Let's. Where is everyone?
I don't know.
They're back.
They were back that
way,
way,
right?
Yeah. But if there's more of those things floating around, we've got to be. God, we've got to be careful. Is there a lot of like a dirt and everything down here, and like that kind of thing?
There's not a whole lot of soft packed earth.
Yeah.
It's very jagged pieces of rock
right.
and
So
rubble.
it's not really stuff I could like dirty myself up with type stuff.
No.
Okay. Look, I think we just got to slow and steady wins the race, as they say, and we've got to go try and find our friends. And once we do, we get the hell out of here, I think.
I second, third, and fourth that notion.
Okay.
So you guys are once again, you're heading back on the right path, kind of now leery of now that you've heard it once. Laughter is echoing all over this place.
I don't love that because it was flooding in inside vision as well. So,
and Mandrake.
Yes, sir.
You at a point where he starts reading to you like his proclamations that he wants to give, but I'm not quite sure how to start. My most gracious subjects, future believers, those who now see the truth. And while he's busy reading this list, or he's trying to get this intro, he's pitching these things to you. What is it that you do?
Well, if there are long, protracted moments when he's a little distracted, I'm going to reach over and I'm going to change the chronometer by about 15 minutes ahead.
Okay, so you fiddle with this clock.
I'm figuring that if they all had chronometers, they need a precise timing on something. So I'm going to throw the timing off. And I intend, if I actually live to get to Shanghai and I find a chronometer, I'll set it back 15 minutes. So they're completely off.
Okay. And while he's butchering things, he looks up at his clock after you've done this. He's like, oh my, look at the time. There's so many things to show you. Please, follow me.
I would like very much to meet this alien.
Oh yes, that's where we'll go. And so he leads you out of this building. You can still see Henry and Dom laying on the ground.
Rest in peace, brothers.
And he takes you off from where you came. He's heading left.
Okay.
So he's walking with you, and as you guys depart, Nobody and George, you come across this 3-story structure with the corpses of Henry and Dom at the door.
We
And that's
see
where we're
them. Yeah, can we see them walking off?
Yeah. So you can see Mandrake walking with this man in these robes, just
Okay.
off in the distance before they kind of disappear in the.
I'm going to react to Henry and Dom first because that's pretty upsetting. And that is a 93, so that's going to be a fail.
Okay, 1d4 plus 1.
1d4 plus 1. That is a 3, so it's a 4.
D4 plus 1. 4.
I will.
So yeah, so sitting here and like you've watched Mandrake walk away with this person and your friend's laying dead on the ground. That's where we're gonna end the session for tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Oosh.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
Our players included Zane Fleming, Brian Daly, Stuart Lively, Josh Harwood, and myself, with Morgan Llewellyn as the keeper of the secrets. We have a Discord server where you can chat with our other members. You can set up private games and learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. There's a link below. We're currently producing up to 4 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The cost of all of the show are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. We have a new patron, Alex Fredette, has pledged $3 a month. Thank you so much, Alex. If you would like to help support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 to a month helps us a lot. You can find a link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Tom Riley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.